The Florida Panthers got a huge win last night, and they looked like the Panthers of old from the last 3 series that they played. They had a handful of players who stepped up big to pull out this double overtime victory. And yes, it was a little bit of a nerve-wracking one, but it's a win nonetheless. And this team is setting all kinds of records. They are making history, not just franchise records, but NHL playoff records as well. No matter if you like them or you hate them, Panthers fans, NHL fans, hockey fans in general, all of you guys out there have to understand this team is making history. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. As always, hit that subscribe button down below. You need to stay up to date with anything and everything that is going on with your defending Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. Guys, what a game. Oh my goodness. Oh, almost 5 hours of hockey last night? Almost 4.5, 5 hours. What a marathon. Those guys have to be exhausted today, but I want to start talking to you guys about something really important right now. This Florida Panthers team, I know a lot of people are rooting against them. It seems like just South Florida is rooting for them, and like the rest of the country, even Canada, everybody is rooting against the Panthers right now. But the team is setting all kinds of records. They are making history. We're going to get into it in just a moment. But I just wanted to say, nail biter last night. This is probably going to be one of the best Stanley Cup series you're ever going to see. Because if this is how it's going to be every single game, we're going to be in for one heck of a treat in terms of high quality hockey. These teams both want this bad. They are playing lights out. It is an even battle no matter how you look at this. These two teams are going at it, and they are evenly matched every which way. I just can't believe Perry got that goal with 17 seconds left in the game, and it went to 2 overtimes. That's insane. But anyways, guys, we're going to jump right into this. I'm just going to start throwing different records and stuff at you that the Florida Panthers have been doing. They have been this unbelievable road team this year. And that's where we're going to start right now. They have the most road goals in a single playoff right now for a team. They have 51 road goals in 2025, and it's a brand new record. It's 2 more than the 49 set in 1993 by the Los Angeles Kings. Big time record right there. They also have the highest playoff road goal differential at plus 26. Which is incredible. Again, that's another NHL record. And they also have most individual road goals in a single playoff for a person. That is Sam Bennett, who has 12. He has 13 overall. He has been playing lights out, and that 13 goals is a franchise record for the Florida Panthers team. We also have another franchise record for unique goal scorers. There are 19 different players on this team who have scored a goal in the playoffs this year. At least one goal, I gotta say. And then road wins and win percentage. Their 8 road wins in this 2025 playoffs are tied for seventh most, in a single postseason, and their 727 road win percentage is 6th most in NHL playoff history, and they're 1 win away from the NHL record, tying the NHL record, of 10 road wins in the playoffs, which is big. But on top of that, defensive contributions from the defensemen, 13 goals. 4 Panthers have combined 13 goals. Defensemen only. And in total, there are 15 goals that have been scored by defensemen. 7 different defensemen have scored goals, which is an NHL record. Big time numbers, big time history making things, and the Panthers have also had tremendous road success. They've outscored their opponents 51-24 on the road this postseason. It's remarkable what this team has been able to do. Really remarkable. Their road ability, their ability to play high-end hockey and big-time hockey, show up in these really tough environments and pull off the wins is remarkable. You have to give the Florida Panthers credit for being able to do that this postseason, because you guys are seeing, again, one of probably the best playoff road teams in the history of the NHL playoffs. It is remarkable. Remarkable. So we're going to get right into this, guys. So here we go. Panthers, big time double OT win. Brad Marchand, the Rat, of course, has got to be the guy who's going to put it away. A breakaway. He had two of them. The shorthanded breakaway during during the regular time. So excuse me, I just had a brain fart. During regular time, Brad Marchand breakaway goal, and then he gets another one in the second overtime. He's the first player in NHL history to do that in a game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In fact, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at that goal. It was pretty incredible.
Skinner, Marshan, it's in, he scored!
I mean, he squeaked it under there, and it just barely slid over the line, but hey, it counts. Incredible moment for Brad Marchand at 36, 37 years old, still motoring, still playing high, really, really high-end hockey. He is just a force to be reckoned with. He is an incredible player. I know people hate him. I get it, but when he's on your team, you're going to love him. And I hope he stays a Florida Panther after this season. But that's a discussion for another day, guys. So we're going to keep moving forward here. So the Florida Panthers, last night, they did what they had to do, and they did everything I pretty much was saying. They needed to be more physical, and they were. 60 hits to 39. They were great inside the face-off circle yet again, 54%. Now, they didn't block as many shots as the Oilers, but they did a pretty good job of it. But they took away the puck. Look at that, 12 takeaways. But they also gave it away 17 times, unfortunately, and they got called for a bunch of penalties. I think a couple of them were kind of caca calls. They were not the greatest, but that's the playoffs for you, and it can go either way. I know everybody's going to say, well, the Sam Bennett, controversy again. He was kicking the stick that was on the, on the ground, and the Oilers bench was going nuts. Yeah, I get it. Okay, whatever. He was also, the way it was, he was skating through it. Okay, it was in his way. He was skating through it. He did not use a kicking motion, and by the rules, if you make a kicking motion to push it away, that is illegal, and it is a penalty, but he did not do that. He skated through it. So you could say, oh, he covered it up. What he did was legal, guys. As long as you're not doing a kicking motion, same thing as if somebody's firing a puck at the net, there's a rebound, and you try to kick it in. If you forcefully kick it into the net, it is not going to be allowed. If it goes off your skate, okay, it goes in, that's a goal. You just cannot have a kicking motion. It's the same thing when a stick is lying on the ice. So anyways, the Panthers did what they had to do. That one power play goal, huge, 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 guys. So defense also stepped up big. The defensemen, Kulikov, Jones, both scored two huge goals for the Panthers last night. Man, did they need it. And I told you, there were key guys that needed to step up in this game in order for us to win, and the defensemen did. And we're going to look at the time on ice in just a second. And I'm going to show you the difference in what Paul Maurice decided to do. I told you guys he was going to tweak that a little bit. And he did a little bit different for his line matchups. That's the other thing. So everything that I discussed in the last video, I'm not saying he did everything, but there were a lot of things that if you were watching the game and if you're looking at the stats and stuff, that's what the Panthers had to do. And they did it, and they got the W. Almost didn't, but they should have gotten that W in regulation time. Sorry, I said regular before. It's regulation time. Like I said, guys, it's been a really long day for me. I haven't been feeling well, but we're going to keep moving on here. So this is what I was talking about. So that box in the middle there, big time line. Great night for those three. Marchand, obviously the star of the evening. Tremendous game from him. Bennett again stepping up, but the guys that are still MIA, like Sam Reinhart, had a chance to win the game with a breakaway, and he completely missed the net. Where has he been? Where has he been? It's like we've seen him on the ice, but you just never really hear his name called all that frequently now. Aleksander Barkov has been a little MIA as well. Both of them have disappeared, but they're also facing off against that McDavid and Nugent Hopkins line. That's not easy for them, that Perry line. It's really, really, really tough for them, I'm sure, to face that and try to keep up with those guys. I mean, that move by McDavid last night, weaving in and out of the defense, especially making Ekblad look, and my God, Ekblad had a horrible game last night. Wow, did he look incredible on that. It just made it look easy. Really made it look easy. And that's the scariest thing about this series is for us to win, we can't let McDavid and Draisaitl do what they keep continually doing in these last two games, which is McDavid gets the puck, he goes through our defense like Swiss cheese, passes it to a wide open player who's got the whole net to shoot at. And it's usually Draisaitl. So we have to do a better job on that. But if you look, like I said, Kulikov and Jones both scored goals. Jones had an assist as well. Big games from them. Sam Bennett, another big game. But look at the time on ice. Even with 2 overtimes, Paul Maurice spread that TOI around to all of his defensemen last night. He got them the rest that they needed. They weren't tired as tired legs. I'm not going to say they weren't tired. Of course they were. And then the time on ice for Barkov was definitely lower than it usually is. Same thing for Reinhart. Those numbers were closer to about 30 minutes in the first game. Not last night. So he's starting to figure out a way to balance the time on ice for a lot of his players to keep these guys a little bit more fresh, keep a little more gas in the tank. And I do think the Panthers really got under the Oilers' skin last night. You could see it. There was frustration on the Oilers' part. You could tell when they were coming up and down the ice, sometimes they were getting frustrated. And the Panthers in that second period, man, they just looked unstoppable. I thought they were going to run away with it there, but they had so many opportunities, but were unable to literally put the nail in the coffin and go up by 2-3 goals. I mean, not Perry, Skinner has been playing great in between the pipes. He has had a very good series so far, and that could be scary for the Panthers right now. But we're not going to talk about that because look at Bobrovsky's number. He set a record back-to-back games with 40 or more saves. He's the first goaltender in playoff history to have that. The first one to have back-to-back 40 save performances. So congratulations to him. Incredible performance again. And then look, the one thing Barkov did well was in the faceoff circle. 24 faceoff wins. 24. I know it only says like a 56% faceoff win percentage, but still, that's huge. Huge numbers for this team right now. They're playing great, better hockey, not great, better hockey, but they shouldn't have let that one slip away in the end of that third period. I mean, that was a miracle touch by Perry that literally just, I wish I could see it from a different angle, but man, he just got enough of a stick on it that it popped out and over everybody and just went into the back of the net. So anyways, most road goals, like I said, Sam Bennett making history. This team is on just this road of just breaking records right now. And I think we're going to see more of it, especially if this series goes to 7 games. The Panthers are going to break all kinds of records, and win or lose, this is going to be an entertaining series regardless. And the Panthers are going to break records. I've seen some Panthers fans even say, listen, even if we do lose the series, you've got to kind of feel for more Connor McDavid than anything else, not the Oilers team, but Connor McDavid. He's such a phenomenal player. You don't want to have kind of that Dan Marino effect where you've had this incredible career, but you were never able to win the big one and get that trophy. Never able to win the Stanley Cup. That would be a horrible thing to say because he is such a talented player. I mean, he clearly is the best player in the world. Even Wayne Gretzky has said multiple times he's the best player in the world. There is no one even close that is as good and as talented as he is, regardless of Nikita Kucherov's numbers and things like that. He is incredible. Just watch how he plays, watch how he skates, how he handles the puck. Everything he does is incredible. His hockey IQ is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to give the Oilers credit where credit's due, especially Connor McDavid. So even if we do lose the series, big ups to him. But I'm still rooting for the Cats. Obviously, this is Panthers Digest, not Oilers Digest. So Anton Lundell, 2 assists last night. Primary assist on Brad Marchand's overtime winner. Big time player. Plus 15 rating in the Stanley Cup in the Stanley Cup playoffs, which is first among active skaters right now, and is first overall in all of the playoffs as we sit today. He is having one heck of a playoffs this year. So big time things happening, and the Panthers have a 93 record on the road, and they're outscoring their opponents 56-29. They have a 42.1 road power play percentage. That's third most among playoff teams, with a minimum of 10 games being played. And we also had 9 different skaters who have amassed at least 10 points or more on the road. So that's pretty remarkable. Those might not be records, but those are big numbers to really think about. And I know you could say, everybody says, oh, the Oilers, they've got a guy who's got 20-something points or 30 points. Well, okay, that's great. Awesome. Wow, wonderful. Your whole team is not where ours is on the stat sheet. So if you want to compare the stat sheets, go ahead. You can call off your 3 guys. That's awesome. But our team is doing so much more as a team, a total team. Guys are throwing the puck in the back of the net. Everybody's helping everybody score, assists, defense. Like I said, last night, you could see the defense was better. The forecheck was much, much more aggressive. We were better in our back checking as well on defense. They were smarter with the puck. There were a couple of times, I know I said this yesterday, Seth Jones has these moments for some reason that he just can't clear the puck, even though he's got plenty of room to do it. And as he tries, he literally just turns it over. He gives it away. For some reason, it happens. And he's a great passer. He's a great player. I've said it 100 times, but we always see it. And oh God, it gets me nervous when I see him handle the puck sometimes, because I'm like, oh, is he going to be able to clear it or is he not? So this is another thing. Sam Bennett. More about Sam Bennett, guys. He is just having career year in the playoffs. Obviously, he's going to get big money somewhere if he doesn't stay with the Florida Panthers, but he has said that he does want to remain here, but we'll see. With his performances so far, if somebody throws enough money at him, he probably will take it and leave, unless he says, okay, I want to be on this team and I want to keep winning, especially if they do win the cup this year. I do think he will take less money and he'll stay here. Same thing with Marchand. Possibly Ekblad, but I don't know. He had a horrible game last night. Ekblad did not look good. He was the bane to a lot of the bad plays that had happened. He was the root cause to a lot of it. He just did not look great. He was slower to the puck in a lot of times, and he just did not look good, man. But yeah. So Sam Bennett, 3 goals through the first 2 games of the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals, and this is the 4th straight year that a player has done this. Again, wow. I mean, 4th straight year, and you can see there he has 5 straight road games where he has scored a goal. Incredible. He is having a remarkable, remarkable postseason this year, and he's just playing out of his mind. He's always in the right spot at the right time, and he's able to put the puck in the back of the net. He's making it look pretty, not easy, but yeah, he's being aggressive. He is really attacking the net. And I know people are going to say when he fell on Skinner last night, oh, it was intentional and he made it look like there wasn't a penalty and blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. The arm went up super late, and they called it a penalty after all. And from what I saw, it looked like he got pushed into Skinner or he got tripped. I think the stick was kind of behind him a little bit, but the refs are going to call it in the favor of Skinner. And I know every Edmonton fan that is out there, which is pretty much 99% of the world right now, is going to say that, oh, he wasn't tripped. He intentionally fell and tried to hurt him. No, he didn't. He really didn't. He's standing in front of the net. He got hit. He got nudged, and he wasn't trying to intentionally hurt Skinner. He fell on him. Okay? There was a stick behind him in between his legs. If you take a look at that and really break it down, guys, I hate to say it, but they did call the penalty, and the rest is history, guys. Yeah, he's got this whole persona about him for being this dirty player who just makes things look like what he's doing is okay, and he knows how to skirt around things to make it look legal. But let's not go there. All right, he is who he is. He's a fantastic player, guys. Great player. He's gotten better over the years. So this is the Oilers score sheet. All right, so when we're looking at this, obviously McDavid. Great night, 3 incredible assists. He was outstanding. Draisaitl, again, another goal, another assist. They're racking up those points. Look at the time on ice, though. A lot of time on ice for those 2. The thing that I think we all need to start to think of is, are those 2 going to have enough left in the tank if this does go beyond 5-6 games? If it does go to a game 7, how much will be left in the tank? I know everyone's like, oh, they look fresh after 2 overtimes. They look so fast and they look better. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. If you're playing almost 30 minutes a night, it's going to be hard to keep that energy in a 7-game series through all 7 games. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, guys, so I'm really excited to see what Game 3 is going to hold on Monday night down here at Amerant Bank Arena. There's a lot that's going to have to be talked about, and one of those things that I want to say that's actually pretty funny, and this is coming from Matthew Tkachuk. It's on none other than Brad Marchand. He has a couple of little comments that he wanted to say. Actually, it's a quick one. He asked, what do you think of Brad Marchand? How he's doing? He could play until he's 47 the way he's going. Unreal player, unreal competitor. And even Paul Maurice has stated that, he is just this unique individual, very gregarious and just personable. And in the locker room during the breaks for the overtime periods, he was up. The whole locker room was totally different. He's always in the middle, getting everybody fired up. He said it was very different than game number one in between the third period and overtime. Marchand is always the one lighting the fire underneath this team, getting them motivated. He's always coming on the bench during his when his shifts are done. He's chirping to the other guys on his team, telling them they got to step it up. They got to, whatever they got to do. So Marchand has been this player that has just meshed with this team so well. I think it was, who was it? Was it, oh my goodness, I can't remember which player on the team said it, but they said, he belongs here as a Florida Panther. He was born to be a Florida Panther. They're glad to have him here. He's been playing phenomenal hockey, and he really, really is defying father time. And I'm glad he's here. And the rest of this team is, and the rest of Panthers Nation is glad that he's here. But guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. There is going to be more coming at you on Monday. Tomorrow, I am not going to be posting a video. I'm actually taking a day off. But guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll have another video up on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. And Monday night, guys, back at Amerant Bank Arena, Panthers fans, wear your red and be loud. Let's go, Cats.